Alright, I'm going to try to complete the summative assignment in Noteflight today. See what we can come up with. Give it a title. Call it 1, 2, 3, punch. Okay. Represent the 3 sections that you need to have in your composition. So let's pretend for a moment that I don't know anything about bass clef, and that's totally fine. So we'll just kind of work in the treble clef today. Alright. So what we're going to do is start with today, I think, a chord progression, and just steal a chord progression from another song. And let's go to the trends page. This will be fun. I like it. So we're going to start just in relative key mode, and then we're going to start on the 1 chord. And let's do songs that then go to something other than those listed. Okay. And then let's go to, how about, let's have songs that go to the 3 chord. I like that. Yeah, songs that go to the 3 chord. And then how about songs that go to the 4 chord? And then they cycle to the 5 chord. Let's try that. Okay, so 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right, that sounds good. So got a big list here of songs. Oh, Justin Bieber. Let's rip off Justin Bieber today. Okay, let's play this. See what it sounds like. Interesting. I can dig that. So what we've got here, we've got a D minor chord, and then C, and then we have E, and then F. Yeah, I think that could be kind of cool. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so back to Noteflight. Here we are, and we're going to enter those chords in. So let's just start in half notes, I think. Yeah, half notes should be just fine. All right, so type in D, change that to a half note. Cool, so we got the notes of a D7 chord, or a D minor 7 chord rather. Now, if you don't know the chords, I highly recommend using the Piano Companion app. It's such a great app to have next to you on your mobile device while you're working on your computer or a Chromebook or something. That would be a really good thing to have. Check out Piano Companion in the App Store for iOS and for Android. Okay, back here. So we had D minor 7, and then we went to a C chord. So let's do that. Go right there. Cool. Then I think we went to a E chord. Oh, that's a quarter note. Let's change that to a half. All right. Yeah. So we got. Yeah, I like that. So E minor 7. I like using really lush jazz chords. Hope you guys don't mind. And then we're going to go to F chord. Yeah. Yeah. So we got ba, 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 ba. All right. And now, so this is like what we would do if I don't know bass clef. So I'm going to highlight these measures. I'm going to copy them, or just cut them rather, Control X. And then move down to the bass clef, Control V to paste, Control down to bring it down an octave, and now they're in the bass clef. So that's a great way to work in the bass clef if you don't know the bass clef, is just to make something in treble and then copy and paste it into bass. And you can do that vice versa too. So like if you're normally a bass clef person, you can make something in bass clef and then copy and paste it into treble. So we got our nice chord progression. And now as I look through these chords, I'm just going to put them in both treble and bass clef for now so you guys can see them in both clefs. As I look through these chords, I'm going to try and see if there's a note that's common between all the chords, okay? And I don't necessarily see one note that is ultimately common throughout all the chords. But I do know that if I chose E, it would be in that chord, and that chord, and that chord. So that's a good bet. And then what is E in relation to the D chord here? Well, that would be the 9th of this D chord. So that should work pretty well as well. I'm just going to play it on my piano so you can hear what that might sound like. So here's note E. Okay. Here's our first chord. That sounds nice. Here we go. Sounds pretty nice. I kind of like that sound. I think that'll work really well. Now, if we want to keep the chord progression the same for every section, that's cool, but we can also start changing it up as we start adding more notes to our melody. I'm going to do the one note section of my piece first. So let's just delete this. Okay. And I'm just going to get like a nice octave E thing going. How do you add an octave? Is there a keyboard shortcut for that?
One eternity later.
Ah, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to press Shift E, Control up to get it up the octave. Okay, so we got this kind of like quarter note pulsing thing going on. And copy and paste that in the next measure. Let's play that back. Okay, so pretty straightforward with the rhythm. Bound down to go to. Let's try to delay this chord here, the second chord, for an eighth note. So we're going to take this, make it, not into a triplet, make it into an eighth note. All right, and then we're going to cut it, Control X, here, change that duration to an eighth note, and then paste it right there. There we go. And then we're going to change this to a quarter note, add a dot. Okay, so now I got a little syncopation. So bum dum to go, but let's try a syncopation right here as well. So change this to an eighth note, and change this to an eighth note. Copy this chord, cut that chord out, put that right there. Change that to an eighth note, and then copy it, put it right here, and change it back to a half note, and then tie these together. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. I like that. So now what we're going to do is see like how long do we want that to stay the same, right? So copy that, paste that. All right, let's just hear the groove. Cool. I think after that sort of introduction, I want the melody to spice up a little bit. I'm just going to get a bunch of measures. All right, great. Lots of measures to work with. Hit save. Okay. I'm going to keep the chord progression going the same as it was before. So that's all good. And so now what we're going to do is spice up the melody. So if we have like... So hey, how about that? Like jump bum 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 beatum bum bum beatum bum 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 bum. So I think we're gonna need some eighth notes for that. Let's go right here. All right, moved it to the next line. All right, that's fine. So yum bum 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 beatum bum. This one's gonna need to be a 16th. All right, there we go. Okay. I wonder, are there keyboard shortcuts for note duration? That would be great. Rhythm. Oh, we can make a note shorter, make a note longer using the bracket keys. Okay, let's try that. Perfect. Quick way. So yum bum 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 be dum bum 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 jump bum 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 be dum bum bum ba-dum. Yeah, so this one will go like that. Yum bum, and then this one's gonna go really high, like whoop. There we go. Okay. So like that maybe. Yeah, how about that? Let's listen back to that right here. Oh dang, that's a cool little groove. All right, let's repeat this phrase again. Here we go. Copy, paste. Okay. And let's get a sense for how long this is now. So we're at quarter note equals 120. So that means every half note is a second. Okay, 120 beats per minute, and 60 beats per minute would be 1 beat per second. So a half note is a second. So if we have 8 measures, then that is 16 seconds of material. Okay, so let's see if we can develop a little bit further with what's going on here. Maybe we can take this melody and reharmonize it a bit. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And so what I think we want to do now is we want to essentially keep the same thing, but we want to reharmonize it a bit. And so I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing into this next section. There we go. And so let's take some of these chords and just modify them slightly. So for instance, when this D chord becomes perhaps a B flat chord, what does that end up sounding like? So that'd be kind of cool. And then maybe this C chord becomes an A chord, maybe? How about A flat augmented? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and just gonna go crazy with it. What happens when the E chord becomes an A chord, right? So we go from A flat augmented to A, so it'd be like this to here. Yeah, kind of like that. And then with this one, I kind of want to come back to B flat. I think that's going to be an interesting sound. But it could be kind of a wild B flat that has an E in it, you know? Let's just play that back and just see. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change this one to be even more wild, I think. Let's just take the one we just did, copy it down here. And let's go even crazier with it. What if this becomes a G flat? Alright, and then this becomes a D flat, and then this F becomes an E, and then that A becomes flat, so it's sort of like that. I like that. Okay. And then this one right here, I think we'll make into this sort of like monster F chord with a ninth as well. This one right here, let's just change it to be, how about this really wide open D chord? Yeah. Nope. How do we get just the one note up there? Ah, stop. There we go, like that. And then this one, how about D flat minor, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so we got D flat, E. Let's get rid of that F maybe. Let's change the A to A flat. Yeah, let's hear what this sounds like. It's probably gonna sound pretty wild. Okay, so now let's have a little transitional moment. Yeah, I like it. So let's go maybe like I like that. Let's do some 16th notes. So make this small. Dun 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 dun. So yeah. Let's kind of hint at the next section I think we're gonna add an F as our next note. So yeah, I like that. Let's try that. So next section, let's just kind of copy and paste this here. Yaka taka 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 bum. Yeah, I like that. So let's go. So bottom, and then just long E. Yeah, let's try that. So let's listen back. Here we go. Cool, I like it. So like section 1 is sort of going to transition into section 2 with the addition of that note F in the melody. So let's figure out how we're going to punctuate this little crazy melody here. Let's kind of harken back to the original chord progression, I think. So let's just copy that original chord progression. But instead of making it long notes, let's make everything pretty short. Yeah, so everything's an eighth note. Let's just delete that. And then we can get rid of these ties. There we go. What does that sound like? All right. Let's punctuate this measure with some things that help accent that F. So, whoop, not triplets. Keep wanting triplets. There we go. So like F, C. There we go, like that. So like badanta, like that, and then like that. There you go. I like that. So like maybe let's play it back. Cool. And then I think because it's kind of taking me a long time to write 30 seconds of music here, we might change the tempo. So maybe we'll change to a slower tempo here at measure 17. That sounds pretty good. Okay. All right. How do you tempo change?
One eternity later.
There we go. Okay. So that seemed to put it right there. Okay. So let's go up to here and let's go like melody kind of just pulsates. So like bum 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 body. Yeah, and so I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can create something that sounds interesting where you just pulsate this all the time. Up at the top, the melody stays the same. And then the chords kind of progress underneath of it to be really interesting. Okay, so we'll take this chord, we'll shift it down one, see what that sounds like. We'll do that again, shifting just these top two notes down, kind of makes it an F chord. And then I want to change to something really weird in the fourth bar. So let's see. What about like an A flat augmented sort of thing? Yeah, like that maybe. Get rid of that. Let's see what it sounds like from here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What if we take that? Because I like that last chord. Sounds so discordant. What if we take this and now we kind of just arpeggiate the accompaniment here? All right. Let's try that. So this is going to be arpeggiating a D chord. All right, let's go 8th note style. And then yeah, let's just leave that discordant one. So like, what does that sound like? Whoops, don't want to do that. Just want to play back. What if we now kind of go to like a yeah, like that kind of deal in the melody, kind of give it some more motion. I like that. So we'll go dun, 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 dun. Get that in there. But then the last one of each measure goes up high. Yeah. So and we keep the same bass maybe as that section, and just kind of keep building it, and keep building it. I like that. Okay, let's play back this section, see what that sounds like. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So what we have here, 60 beats per minute, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 measures so far. And so that's going to be 12 times 4 seconds. So that's what, like almost 50. Okay, so our composition is pretty close to the 90 seconds mark now. So we're doing pretty good. So now we choose another note to go with our melody, I think, for the section 3. Let's see. So like, how about that? Let's kind of like all of a sudden give it some rhythm, like I like that. Let's make it really intense at the end. Okay, so let's go with the melody first. Okay, let's go like this. Use 16th notes. Oh, we'll go down here. Dum, yeah, it's like that. And then the bass is gonna echo. So we've got da da dee ga ga dee da. So it's just after that 16th there. Okay, and then that 16th there, and then we're going to tie that to a quarter. There we go. To give this a bit more power, we are going to add octaves here. So there we go. Whoop, there we go, and there we go. Yeah. So ba-da-dee ga ga beep ba. Let's try it. Oh wait, we need a tie here. That's right. Okay. Ba-da-dee ga ga psh da. Ba-da-dee ga da. Let's copy and paste it and have the bass go down a little further. So that's gonna go like that. And then one more time. There we go. This one's gonna be, whoop. This one's gonna be D, and this one's gonna be A flat. Make it really discordant like that other A flat chord. There we go. And we need a couple more measures yet. Let's figure out kind of like an ending here. So like ba da dee ga ga beep. How about a nice ending chord? Yeah, like an E major. Yeah. So start out to measure the same way, but instead of just having it in the treble, we'll also include it in the bass. Yeah, and then we're gonna get this guy here and add that to the second half of the measure, and same rhythm up here, but here we're gonna change it so we get some melody, going on. All right, let's change that down to a G sharp. Sharp? No? How do you go sharp? Hey, there we go. I just want to click one note. There we go. There we go. And then, there we go. There we go. And then get some ties in there. Perfect. Okay, so let's hear the ending here. Cool. So nice and blending. All right, and I think that would probably satisfy the requirements. Let's hear the whole composition from beginning to end. Slow section. Connecting it to the beginning using the same chords, right? But then we're going to add this discordant one that sounds pretty bad. I like that sound though. Move a little faster. Third section. Cool. There it is. Assignment done.